Good morning. You have all heard the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child.
No. Oh, child, I'm sorry. Heard that somewhere.
Are you speaking about your own children?
Possibly.
Kidding. But it also takes, we are learning, an entire well-equipped team to close a loan. Some tips on how to get that done smoothly, quickly, and efficiently coming right up.
Good morning, my name is Ron Morris. This is Moving Forward TV, your local real estate and mortgage update.
And I am Delynn Gaston. Thanks for joining us today.
And I think we're going to get into some tips today.
Yes.
And specifically for the realtors out there, buyers as well, but I want to kind of concentrate on the realtors right now. Regardless of how long you've been in the industry, whether you're a newbie, only been out there a few months, a couple years or so, or let's just say like Delynn and I, let's
An
just
oldie.
say oldie,
Let's not say
over
that.
20 years, a long time. But regardless, our industry, the mortgage side of it has changed drastically in the last few years, as we all know. One of the tips that I'd like to share with everybody is please put 45 days on the contract. I can't tell you how many lately that I've had that were 30 days. A couple of them were short sales too. By the time I get to the client, we're down to 27 days.
Right.
And I think you had mentioned about how the short sell, how they
And then
want
we have a short selling bank, and who 99% of the time they want the HUD 2 days ahead of time.
100%
So
of the
now,
time.
you know, by the time the contract goes back and forth on the front side, and then we get with the client and we do our due diligence so that we can actually get to the point of ordering an appraisal, we're a few days into it, so now we're down to 27 days or
Right,
so.
right.
And then we have 2 days, we have to have the HUD at the end of the contract before closing. Now we're at 25 days, that deal's not getting done in 25 days.
It just
and,
isn't.
You know, lo and behold, if there's a holiday in there, forget it.
Well, and I think we've both seen on average from application to closings about 35 days, 33,
Yeah,
35 days. Let's
33
call
to
it
35
35.
days.
Give us 45, we'll get it done early. Give us 30, we may have to ask for an extension, and we're trying to avoid that.
We're all stressing out. Okay, our second tip is communication. It takes all of us, like we said in the beginning of the show, it takes an entire team, a well-equipped team. It takes the real estate facet of it, the mortgage, and the title people. All three of us have to communicate very well up
And need
front.
to all be on the same page.
On the same page, right up front. And most of the time we are. Most of the realtors that we work with
Right,
are.
right.
But as long as we're all right up front, there are certain things that we have to have signed on an FHA deal. It has to get signed by the buyers and the sellers and the realtors.
Right.
We need those things out and back right away. I know the title people. There's certain things on a short sale that they have to get to the short selling bank right away. There's surveys that, you know, wondering if it's all of that stuff that's up in the air.
lot of
The
pieces of the
communication
puzzle.
about the appraiser and everything. As long as we all communicate, pick up the phone, call us back, call the title people. We all communicate very, very well together. Email, he prefers phone calls. A lot of people prefer email, whatever, as long as the communication is going out there. That's so important, especially on the front side of the deal.
And I know I really appreciate, and I'm sure you do on your end as well, if somebody picks up the phone or an email, whatever it takes, and they say, what can I do to help?
Yes.
Rather than who screwed up and who messed up, why is this delayed? You know, it's not, we're all, as Delynn said, we're all working
Right.
toward the same end goal. We're a team, the whole village raising an
None
idiot or
of
raising a
us
child.
get paid
whatever
until the
it was.
end.
But in essence, we all need to work together. And if we all have that approach, well, what can I do
Right,
to help
to get this done.
push this forward to get it to the closing table? It sure makes life easier and a lot less stressful. And there's enough stress in our industry. I think we all know that.
Plenty of gray hair going on.
Or no hair. Okay, and just an example of how communicating with everybody involved can help or hurt you. I just closed a first-time buyer recently, and throughout the transaction, as it got toward the end, and imagine it was a short sale, so there was some stress involved for everybody.
Just a
it
bit.
did tend to get a little stressful there, especially for the buyer. Again, he's a first-time buyer. Toward the end of the transaction, the buyer's agent pretty much just refused to return the call of the buyer. He became more and more frustrated. Well, eventually we did get it done, got it closed, and the buyer had two friends that he wanted to refer so they could be first-time buyers as well. And he flat out told me, I will not refer these people to my realtor. He wouldn't return my, and he just went on and on. So he asked me, do you know some realtors that you can refer these two buyers to? Which I gladly did. Matter of fact, we're almost under contract on one of them as we speak. My point is, if this realtor, the buyer's agent, would have handled this buyer properly, he'd have had 2 more buyers. Instead, he'll never get a referral from that buyer, the buyer that we helped with.
And it's too bad because, all the stress that goes into these deals, and everybody knows if you've dealt with any of the short sales at all, there is a lot of stress that goes along with it. And all of your hard work, and everybody's still yelling at you.
Right,
You
right.
just feel so
stay
beat
in
up
touch
by
with
the end of the
everybody.
day.
You never know where that's going to lead you. And this was and I'm sure, unfortunately, this is probably part of it. This is a very inexpensive home. So I'm sure the realtor just, didn't see the urgency or the importance of staying in touch with this buyer. But lo and behold, there's 2 more buyers came out of this.
And another real quick tip, just, and this is just a general sales thing in general. A lot of people, we forget sometimes the little things. Wear a badge. I just had somebody recently, let everybody know what you do. There was a story that came to me recently, somebody who very involved in a church, did a lot for their church with a lot of the, outreaches and volunteering and all of that stuff. And somebody was buying a house and they had no idea that this particular person in their church that they have been known for over a year was a realtor.
And probably would have been glad to use them if they had known that.
Absolutely. I'm sure they would have. I actually had a realtor also tell me, in Winn-Dixie, in the line, she had her badge on and she picked up a buyer that way. So just let you never know at the gas pumps, you never know. So whether you're a title person, because you're all looking for business as well, title person, a realtor, a mortgage person, an insurance person, a home inspector. We have a lot of people who watch this show. Wear a badge or let everyone know what you do for a living.
So when I go to the grocery store, if I have my name on, then that's considered a sales call?
There you go. Can you write that off? Sure, why not? That's our show this week. Thanks so much for watching.
And let us know if you have a preferred way for us to communicate with you. Let us know. If it's an email, that's fine. If it's a text, if it's a phone call, whatever it may be, let us know.
Again, we're all a team. The more that we can communicate with each other, whatever way you guys want to hear from us, we will
let us
do.
Know. And let us know also, didn't mean to walk on you there.
That's okay.
If there is a subject matter or a question or something that really wants some homework and some information on, let us know. We'll do some homework on it and try to get that message out to everybody if there's a subject.
We are all about education.
Right.
And speaking of education, guess what? The GFE and the HUD is changing again. You've probably heard rumor about that. We got some information from the American Land Title Association. I've already seen, actually, the preliminary HUD and good faith estimates.
Maybe the 5th time is the charm.
And they're actually getting rid of the till. Go figure. It's really very unique. It's not all that bad, but in any event, we're going to give you more information about that. I think the change is going to effect in July, something like that.
So we'll update you when we know more.
Right, on an upcoming show. If you are watching this show for the first time, you can subscribe over here for free. And please, this is our team over here. Visit our team. We've got some new team members on here, including air conditioning and a moving company. So visit our team. They help everybody all of us in this industry get things done.
And if we can do anything for you or your clients out there, reach out to us. Call us. We have some social networking things that we're involved in as well. You can text us, email us, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. Just reach out to us. We'd love to be able to talk to you, see if we can answer some questions or possibly help a client or two.
Thanks again, everyone. We are today and every day.
Moving forward, we'll see everybody next week.
Bye-bye.